Hello and welcome to the Percussion Instruction Podcast. What we're going to go over in this episode is talking about using percussion in contemporary gospel, and then later on we'll move to talking about incorporating it in CCM type genre as well. So we're going to have a lot of different influences like funk, pop, rock, maybe even hip hop, but a really nice funk, R&B, pop groove there. So I'm going to play to a drum click track, and then after that I'm going to explain a little bit about what it is that I'm doing and my concept and ideas. Okay, so what you just saw was just a little example of playing in a contemporary gospel feel. Now, I'm going to use a couple other terms. They may not be completely accurate depending upon the song, but it pretty much, will fit. In a lot of contemporary gospel, we have a lot of a funk feel going on, mixed with R&B and a rock, but it's very... there's a lot of swing to it. It's important to be able to even if the beat is there's a lot of swing there instead of you have to be able to, of course, the music is laying back and there's a lot of swing in there, right? But if the drummer is not constantly playing and all over the place, but he's right in the pocket, then what I like to do is I like to play around the major accent of the song, as far rhythmically speaking. So if the drummer is playing, and it could be any other beat, it could even be like a song like I Am a Friend of God. I am a friend of God, which is a more of a rock feel, but, we add a little more swing to it. But even if I'm... the major accent that I'm hearing there is the snare, okay? So here... So what I like to do is add 16th notes, and I'll explain that by playing, and 8th notes around that accent, okay? Now, I'll talk about shakers and rattlers and chimes and whatnot in a moment, but right now it's important for me to talk about, playing with bongos and congas and djembe and other things. So, for instance, if it's... So, if you hear the... So, you hear the cowbell will be the snare. We'll say that's the snare. Now, instead of playing with the snare and what the drummer's doing, I'm going to play around or in between. Right now, this drum is playing right after, okay? All right? Right after what he's playing. Now, I sometimes I like to add a bass or the slap with him to mark where I am so that I can add color with these open tones right after that or right before. So it's... So if he's going cut right before that, so you got okay. So I have it in my mind here, but I'm feeling where the major accent is. Then the drummer goes into a fill, or the whole band goes into a break, and then you might lay back and play nothing, Okay? It's very important to listen. So I'm just talking about exactly what